Today is Hanuman Jayanti, so I'm reading insights from Hanuman Chalisa. This is the book written by Swami Sarupananda. So when you lead a life in complete surrender to Lord Rama, then the strength that rises from within you, that is Sri Hanuman. When love, beauty, courage, determination, and success come to your life from a source beyond the body, mind, and intellect, that is Sri Hanuman. When you reach your life's goal like a sure shot arrow from Sri Rama's bow, that is Sri Hanuman. Keep him always within your heart as the situation demands, chanting the Lord's name in times of peace and in the face of imposing challenges, for that is where he belongs. This is written by Swami Chinmayananda, an embodiment of strength, service, and surrender. Companion for life. The Hanuman Chalisa is more than a hymn. It is a doorway into the spirit of devotion, courage, humility, and wisdom, all beautifully embodied in Sri Hanuman. In 40 simple verses, Gosai Tulsidas offers us not only a prayer but also a guide for life. There is a great formula for progress. As you think, so you become. If we meditate upon something, then we become that. To remember Sri Hanuman is to awaken the strength to face difficulties, the clarity to choose rightly, and the surrender that allows divine grace to flow through us. Each verse is like a mirror that reflects our inner potential and shows us how to live with purpose and love. This book presents the Chalisa verse by verse with meanings, insights, and questions to reflect on. Read, contemplate, and allow its powerful message to take root in your heart. Where Sri Hanuman is remembered with love, there live Sri Rama, Mother Sita, and Lakshmana in the form of knowledge, devotion, and selfless service. Now I'm invoking. Sri Guru Charana Sarojara निज मना मुकुर सुधारी बरनौ रघुबर बिमल जसु जोदायक फलचारी. With the dust of the lotus feet of my Guru, I cleanse the mirror of my mind and then sing the spotless glories of the best in Raghu dynasty, who gives us the four fruits of life. So here I remember my Guru Swami Gahanananda Ji Maharaj from Ramakrishna order, and I start reading Hanuman Chalisa after invoking. Our mind, like a mirror, has gathered the dust of countless lifetimes, lust, greed, anger, ego, such that it cannot reflect the divinity that is ever present within us. But the dust of the Guru's feet, symbolizing humility and surrender, cleanses the mind instantly, restoring it to clarity. The Guru is the true purifier. Within this clean heart, we are able to sing the glories of the unblemished Sri Hanuman. Sant Tulsidas glorifies Sri Hanuman here as a son of Raghu dynasty, for his love was so pure that Sri Rama and Mother Sita called him their own child. In remembering him, we are blessed by the four goals that lead us to ultimate fulfillment: dharma, merit and righteousness; artha, wealth and security; kama, fulfillment of desires; moksha, liberation and bliss. So now let's reflect. Imagine a still, clear lake mirroring every tree and cloud. As the water turns muddy, observe the laws of reflection. Imagine the mind as a lake. What muddied it today? If the dust of the Guru's lotus feet signifies living the teachings, what concrete steps will be taken today? Prayer, seva or service, japa or study to invite grace and cleanse the mind. Strength, intelligence, and knowledge. So now I'm starting reading the Doha. बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार. Recognizing myself as dull and ignorant, I remember you, O Son of Wind God. Grant me strength, intelligence, and knowledge, and remove the sorrows and impurities of my mind. Prayer is often misunderstood as a list of demands or complaints, when in truth it is an act of surrender, placing ourselves at the altar of the all compassionate and allowing his power to work through us. Gosai Tulsidas reveals the art of true prayer through 5 steps. Naman, bowing down in humility, admitting our ignorance and letting go of pride. Smaran, remembering with love Sri Hanuman, the son of Pavanidevata, who moves like the wind, serving tirelessly without seeking reward. Kirtanam, glorifying his noble qualities and welcoming him into our heart. Yachna, asking not for fleeting gains but for the real treasures of strength, intelligence, and knowledge. Arpanam, offering our weaknesses such as attachment, anger, greed, lust, and ego, or allowing Sri Hanuman to steal them from us. When we approach him, thus we gain the inner faculties of clarity, courage, and wisdom, by which all else is attained and the heart becomes light. So now let us reflect. Do I approach prayer with demands or with surrender? So many times we see that whenever we go to Hanuman temple or we go to other places of where we offer our prayers, with our prayers, what we say, we ask for fulfillment of desire. So let us reflect. Do I approach prayer with demands or desire or with surrender? So, how do strength, intelligence, and knowledge bring lasting fulfillment compared to the fleeting gains we usually seek? What is my one true weakness, and how does naming it unlock real learning and growth? So, this is a very pertinent question. Like, first question is, do we surrender whenever we find any difficulties or if we find challenges in life? What we do? We go to temple, we pray, we ask for fulfillment of desire rather than demanding. If we can surrender that, Lord, you please take care like our own parents and let us surrender on your lotus feet. So let's see what we do usually and let us try if we can surrender rather than demanding. Second is, how do strength, intelligence, and knowledge bring lasting fulfillment compared to the fleeting gains we usually seek? So, like here in this verse, he asks for grant me strength, intelligence, and knowledge. Bala buddhi vidya dehu mohi. And then remove the sorrows and impurities of my mind. So, to understand ourselves, so let us ask, what is my one true weakness and how does naming it unlock real learning and growth? So, if you can recognize, if you can reflect on our weakness, I think if we can name it, so we can actually make that weakness to let go or grow from that weakness. So, from impurities to purity, like tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. So we can, from darkness to light, we can go forward. So I will try to read Hanuman Chalisa every day, one doha, and from this book, I'll try to reflect on one doha for one day. Because otherwise, if I read 40 dohas, I will not be able to reflect on that. So let us try to reflect one doha every day and see in 40 days if we can improve or become the better version of ourselves. राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की। ॐ हं हनुमते नमः। ॐ हं हनुमते नमः। ॐ हं हनुमते नमः।